There's massive outrage over the Environment Ministry's move approving the killing of Nilgai or blue bull in Bihar. The Environment Ministry recently approved the culling of these animals, claiming that they were encroaching into the farmers' land in Bihar. The ministry even allowed the Nilgai killing after the state government reportedly approached them for the same. Now, an angry Maneka Gandhi lashed out at her own colleague, the Environment Minister Prakash Javadekar, for allowing the killing of the Nilgai in the state of Bihar. In fact, she has accused the Environment Ministry of deciding to cull animals in several states despite no official request reaching the ministry. She's even accused the ministry of having, quote-unquote, a lust for killing these animals. But Prakash Javadekar, on the contrary, has defended the decision to order the killing, saying it's been done to ensure farmers' crops are not destroyed and the state government did seek permission.
कि केंद्र की सरकार ने नवंबर 2016 तक के क्या बिहार सरकार को इस बात के लिए इजाजत नहीं दिया कि नीलगाय ऑपरेशन आप कर सकते हैं। अगर ये सच है तो आदरणीय मेनका गांधी जी को अपनी जिम्मेवारी भी कबूल करनी चाहिए। और सजीव लोग हैं जिनका जीवन जीना दुभर हो गया, खेती करना दुभर हो गया, उसके लिए कोई कार्य योजना आप नहीं बना करके दे रहे हैं और नीलगाय का आतंक जारी रहे और किसान अपनी पूंजी गंवाते रहे।
Armed with rifles, hunters are on the prowl in Mokama Tal area of Bihar. Their target, a harmless Nilgai. As soon as they spot the animal, they take aim and shoot. This is Bihar's Operation Nilgai, and it has the sanction of the government. Killing of Nilgai or the blue bull was recently approved by the Environment Ministry, claiming that the animals were encroaching into farmers' land. The ministry okayed Nilgai's killing after the state government reportedly approached them. But now, Maneka Gandhi has seen red over the move. Maneka has slammed the Environment Ministry, saying that animals cannot be killed as and when the ministry wishes. She has even accused the Environment Ministry of having a lust for killing animals.
ये पहली दफ़ा है कि एनवायरनमेंट मिनिस्ट्री शामिल है, इनफैक्ट लीड ले रही है कि ये जानवर को मारो, वो जानवर को मारो। एनवायरनमेंट का ये काम नहीं है, उनका काम है जंगल बनाना।
Animal activists too have called the Environment Ministry's decision barbaric. Prakash Javadekar, meanwhile, has defended his ministry's decision to order killing of Nilgais.
अगर राज्य सरकार प्रस्ताव भेजती है तो ही हम किसी विशेष भाग के लिए और किसी विशेष काल के लिए ही एक साइंटिफिक मैनेजमेंट के लिए वो राज्य सरकार के प्रस्ताव को मंजूरी देती है। ये केंद्र सरकार का कार्यक्रम नहीं है।
As two central ministers par, over 250 blue bulls have been killed in Bihar in the name of Operation Nilgai in just last 4 days. The innocuous animal has become the local farmers' biggest enemy for destroying the crop. But the question is mercilessly killing them the only solution? Bureau Report, India Today.
Okay, we have with us the spokesperson for the BJP, Sambit Patra now. Sir, thanks so much for speaking to us on India Today. Now, this decision has sparked outrage. Both your senior ministers are engaged in an open battle. Both the ministers saying absolutely different things over one particular matter. How would you respond?
No, rather than venturing into who has said what, I would restrict myself to the technicalities of the topic and to what the law says. If we visit the section 62 of the Wildlife Protection Act 1972, for the convenience of the people who are listening to this bulletin of yours, I'll just read out the section. The central government may by notification declare any wild animal other than those specified in Schedule 1 and Part 2 of Schedule H to be vermin or any area and for such period as may be specified therein, and so long as such notification is in force, such wild animals shall be deemed to have been included in Schedule 5. Following this section 62 of the Wildlife Protection Act, the ministry, on a proposal from 5 state governments, Over here, Maharashtra and Gujarat, their proposals are still under considerations. They have not been given any kind of notification from the center. But for 3 other states, Uttarakhand, Bihar and Himachal Pradesh, government accepted their proposal after due verification that, well, yes, there was a human-animal conflict because huge loads of farmlands were destroyed by certain animals. And remember, this notification does not speak about culling or killing animal as the only option. There are 3 options. The first 2 options being sterilization and relocation of the animal, the concerned animal, in this case, the blue bull. In Uttarakhand, it is the wild boar. So in this, the 2 options should have been followed by the state government. If the state government chooses the 3rd option, which is the culling or the killing, that's for the state government. The center has no say in this. This is not a central program.
All right, but sir, there's also, very strong words that have been used by the Environment Minister, by, of course, Maneka Gandhi. In fact, she has accused the Environment Ministry of making this decision in haste. I know you don't want to really get into who said what, but this is a serious matter. Both of your ministers there locking horns over the culling of, the Nilgai. Have you spoken to both the ministers, or have they, got a chance to speak to one another about this?
No, I have studied the law. That is it.
All right.
Whatever the law says, I am projecting it in front of you. My concern is not to enter into the cabinet. I am a spokesperson of the party. I am sticking to whether the premises of the law had been confined to or whether anything has gone beyond the precincts of law. As we study, we find that nothing moves beyond the precincts of law, because even during the NDA government, the Wildlife Protection Act 1972 has not once been amended. So whatever was the law previously has been followed stringently by this government.
Why would Ms. Gandhi accuse the Environment Ministry of harboring a lust, for killing? This is a very strong accusation, Mr. Patra. How would you respond to that?
No, I would not go into who said what, as I've mentioned previously. If
you want to stick to the law. So then do you state that what decision has been taken is ethical? Was it absolutely necessary?
See, absolutely necessary in the sense that the state government had proposed. In fact, I have the state government proposal along with me. Mr. Vivek Kumar Singh, the Principal Secretary of Environment and Forest of the Bihar government, had written to the central government mentioning that 31 districts in Bihar are not being able to get rid of the crop devouring Nilgai, that is the blue bull, and 10 districts really need certain amount of quick action so that the farmers in these districts can be saved. So naturally, after getting this proposal in an emergency situation from Bihar, the central government sent out a team to study the whole situation in Bihar, and after duly verifying whatever was said by the Bihar government, the government only followed what was in the precincts of law. Whatever was proposed in the section 62 of the Wildlife Protection Act 1972, that has been followed. Nothing has been done which is illegal. Nothing has been done that is unlawful.
But sir, there could be other ways also, to ensure that the control of, this overabundant numbers of the Nilgai in that region can be taken care of, rather than, I know you mentioned that 3 options were given to the state government, but perhaps, stress or encourage the state government to have opted for the first 2 rather than the latter.
No, definitely. This is a federal country. The law has to be followed in a federal way. And as I said it, in fact, the 3 options are sterilization, relocation, the last being culling. It is for the state government to follow the first 2 options first before going to the 3rd one. Whether the state government is doing right or wrong is for the state spokesperson and the state government to speak. As a federal structure, we cannot enter into the premises of the state and dictate them. The notification has been passed as per the law of the central government. It is for the state to follow.
All right, but Mr. Sambit Patra, culling as a process is extremely controversial. It's a sensitive subject, and it would obviously draw a lot of protest from activists. We did even speak to a number of animal rights activists. Were they also, taken into the process when this decision was thought of? I spoke to, in fact, one shooter, and he said he was more than welcome to, try and find out alternative measures. Did the Environment Ministry take their views also?
No, in fact, Avantika, the important issue is if a section has been laid down in the Wildlife Protection Act 1972, and you know that the Wildlife Protection Act 72 had been amended at the latest 2013. Thereafter,
Yes.
it has not been amended. All these amendments have been done only after due deliberations, not only on the floor of Parliament, definitely after having great deal of discussions with the concerned people as well. In 2013, it was not our government which was in power, it was the UPA government which was in power. In 1972 also, when this whole act was formed, it was not our government in power, and
Right.
subsequently this has been followed till now. So we have not gone anything, we have not done anything that went beyond the prescriptions of the law.
Yes. Okay, we have with us Mr. Sambit Patra. Stay with me. We have renowned animal rights activist Ambika Shukla also with us. Ambika, I was just speaking to Sambit Patra. They're strongly defending, the decision that was made by the Environment Ministry. Now, several countries abroad also, Ambika, have adopted the selective killing of a species to control, to control the population. So then, why do so many animal rights activists who have spoken to feel that this has been a hasty decision and thorough research and probe has not been done?
Well, the difference is because every issue has to be looked at scientifically and systematically. Here, there has been no such thing. It's been a completely knee-jerk reaction. For years and years, experts have been warning about the decimation of forests, about the breaking up of animal corridors, about the forest fires becoming rampant, about mining, about plantations, timber plantations breaking up mixed-use forests. The Forest Department has done nothing to correct any of these anomalies. Instead, it has stopped regarding itself as the protector and the guardian of this precious and really dwindling natural resource and national treasure. It is, in fact, it has now become seen just as an opportunity to make a quick buck by plundering our wealth of animals and natural resources. It is not being seen as a guardian and it's not being treated as not being served as one. And there has been no examination of how many animals we're talking about. There's been no census, no head count. There has been no assessment of what is the carrying capacity of the area. Nothing of that sort is done. So when you talk about foreign countries, over there are all these impact assessments carried out. Here we have no such thing. It is just a 3-page letter sent by a state government demanding कि बहुत सारे MLAs की complaint आ रहे हैं, please do something about the Nilgai. Immediately an order is issued that kill them, declare them vermin and kill them.
Ambika Shukla, Australia recently was in the news for its decision to cull 2,000 kangaroos. In fact, there was widespread protests from activists about that decision that was taken in Canberra. What would you recommend then? Can you propose, alternative method of controlling the Nilgai population? How would one then control the overabundant numbers of the species?
For example, wild boar and
Okay. Mr. Sambit Patra, thank you so much for joining us and your time. Ms. Ambika Shukla, we had a bit of an audio issue there, but thank you so much for joining us and sharing your views as well.